Hi everyone, my name is Angie Toman. I'm the owner of Living Balance Studios, and we are here today live with you in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We are getting ready to do a Pilates yoga fusion class, so we'll be moving through a lot of poses. I want you to remember as we go through these poses, please remember to challenge yourself, but take care of yourself. Pay attention to your body, tune in. Keep in mind that Living Balance Studios and myself personally are not liable or responsible for injuries. So please, again, challenging yourself but taking care of your body. So if you're new to this practice, it's going to be a combination of yoga and Pilates. And just to go over with everyone first, yoga breath. So if you'll remember, yoga breath is in through the nose, out through the nose, and we're connecting to the deepest breath we can find. So bringing our breath deep, opening the lungs up, and exhaling through the nose, sending that ha vibration through your nasal passages out of your nose to calm and soothe your body. So when I say we're switching to a yoga breath, that will be what I'm speaking of. And if we're talking about a Pilates breath, if you're new to that, is in through the nose, but it's out through the mouth. It's a quick, more forceful breath out through the mouth. And what that breath is creating is a tightness. Each time you take that exhale, I want you to tighten around your center. So imagine a big belt that wraps around, and each time you take an exhale, you're cinching that belt a little tighter. So in our Pilates breath, we don't breathe down into our belly as we would in yoga. In our Pilates breath, our breath is more focused into the rib cage, into the chest and upper back. And we're keeping the low belly tight and drawn in. This brings a lot of support to the spine when we're doing our Pilates moves. If you're a yoga person, if you're familiar with Uddiyana Bandha, the belly lock, it's very similar to that. So think about that as we start our practice. So I would like everyone to come, and I invite you to bring your right leg in front, coming to a seated pose. Now, if this bothers your hips at all, if this is too much for you, if you can grab a pillow or a cushion from your couch or anything that you can lift up on a little bit, that will help with releasing the hips here. We're going to just bring the arms, the hands to your knees. We're going to start with yoga breath. So close your eyes and begin to breathe. As you inhale, thinking about your spine lifting and lengthening, feeling your spine, your body get a little taller. And as you exhale, soften your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhaling out any tension, any stress from your morning. Bringing yourself right here, right now. This gets to be about you and what your body needs. So let's inhale to lengthen up, bringing in the energy that we need for our practice today. Let's exhale to release all the things that would keep us from enjoying our bodies, from enjoying this practice. Let it go. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, emptying. Now you can keep your eyes closed, or if you feel like you're ready to open your eyes, do that. We're going to bring our hands onto our knees and begin to move through seated cat-cow. So as we exhale, we'll tighten into our belly, tighten into our core, and round back, dropping chin to chest, feeling lengthen in the back. And as we inhale, we'll draw the heart through, lifting the chin, lifting the chest through seated cat-cow pose. So begin to move back and forward between those two. We're bringing the spine into flexion. We're opening the spine in cat. And then we're bringing the spine through extension in cow, where we engage and feel the strength of our back. I want you to move at your own pace, your own rhythm. As we do this, everyone, remembering this is your class. It's all about you. So move as it feels good to you. I will give you the poses to do, but then you get to modify and adjust as it works in your body. A few more times. We'll exhale as we round and find our cat. If you want to stay here and hang out and breathe, do that. And inhale whenever you're ready. Let's take 2 more rounds. We're using a yoga breath here. We're letting the breath really open. We're emptying out as we come to cat, emptying out all staleness, everything we get to release. And then inhaling, filling up with all that we get to take into our practice. And from there, let's walk forward any amount that your hips allow. And maybe cradle a bit side to side, stretching in. Often I'll give you options of moving a bit, but always know that you have permission, if it feels right to you, to be still and feel steady. And then let's walk the hands back and stacking the spine nice and tall. So we're going to bring the feet out and plant them in front of us. So feet straight ahead. And bringing the arms out in front, we're going to take a half roll down. So we're tucking the tailbone under and we're just going to roll down halfway. Now I really want you to think of keeping your feet as grounded as you can. Try not to let them float up. And then inhale, find your sit bones and just grow nice and tall and lift. And exhale, we're rolling back. Watch your shoulders, soften the shoulders away from the ears. And inhale and stacking back up. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see for a moment. So as you're going back, you're rounding in, flexing the spine. And as you inhale, you're going nice and long through the spine. And rounding back. And lifting up. And let's round back and hold this. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Let's find a Pilates breath here. So we're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to exhale through the mouth. And think of cinching in all around your spine. Cinch the muscles into your spine. Feel that support in your spine. And then bring your arms over to the right side, twisting a little bit. Come back through your center, twisting at your waist. Come back through center. And going back over to the right. And coming back through center. And over to the left. And back through center. Hold for another breath, for another beat. Find that strength in your center. And reach back up. And release the arms down. So we're going to bring your other leg in front. So this is probably your left leg if you started at the beginning with me. But whichever leg you had in front before, fold the other leg in front. We're lifting up, reaching the arms into the ceiling, getting as long as you can get. Keep all that length. Take your left arm, bring it over your right knee, look behind you and twist back. Find your sit bones. Drop down into your seat and let everything lift and twist from there. Let's come back into the center. Reach up, grow your spine, lengthen taller. Keep that length and twist the other way. Notice how it feels to just wring the center of your body out. Twisting aids in digestion. Let's rid our bodies of its toxins. Inhale, lifting up. Stretching out, and we're twisting back to the first side. Looking back over your shoulder, letting your neck stretch and open. And then inhale, stretch up into the ceiling. And exhale, twisting to the other side. All right, let's inhale back into our center. And let's hinge forward. And once again, draping into your hips, releasing your head, soften the shoulders. Let yourself melt in. Medicine for our hips, medicine for our back. And then once again, we'll slowly walk the hands back, stacking up through the spine. So once again, we'll release our feet, planting our feet. I'm going to turn just a bit sideways so you can see me a little easier. We're moving into boat pose. So let's tuck back into the tailbone, rounding back, and we'll bring the legs up to a tabletop position. Now you can hold on behind your knees, or you can release your hands if that balance is available to you. Holding here, we're going to tap our toes down to the mat, and then lift our legs either to tabletop or all the way up. Your choice. So let's tap them down. Inhale as we tap them down. Pilates breath here. Exhale, squeeze the core in, lengthen the legs any amount. Lowering down. Lifting to tabletop or bringing it up. Lowering down. And lifting up. Option if you're taking care of your low back. You might do one leg at a time. And lowering down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale, lift. Come forward, hold onto your knees. Stack your spine, lift your chin. Draw your shoulders down your back. And let's take cobbler's pose. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees splay open to each side. Going any amount into your inner hips that your body allows. Take your fingertips. I want you to TP your fingertips. Roll the shoulders back. Push the heart through. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Find your yoga breath. And let's connect with that. Breathing across your chest, across your collarbones. Open the ribs. And also in yoga, sometimes it feels good to just take a big sigh out and let go. And from there, bringing our feet a little bit away from us, we're going to wrap the hands around in front and fold in. Draping your head. This is a little bit more of a stretch for the low back maybe. Also feeling the inner hips. And letting your body open up. Connect to your yoga breath. Empty the lungs and then fill up the back muscles. And then stacking the spine back up. Gently bring your knees together. We're going back into our boat pose. Let's try to stay with a straight spine. So this is yoga boat pose. Shoulders rolled back, chest pulled through, lifting. Spine is as straight as you can keep it. Once again, if it's available, balance it out. Staying here, pointing through your toes, focusing your eyes. Now, we're going to move from canoe to boat. So in canoe, we stretch away a little longer, and then boat, we pull it back in. Canoe, we stretch out. Exhale, pull it back in. Let's use our Pilates breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. If this is too much on your back, one leg down. Do one leg at a time. You can also hold on behind your legs to bring a little more support. If you're doing one leg, switch to the other leg. We're trying to keep the spine straight. We're hinging. Good. And then bring the legs down. Come up again. Stretch up. All right. From there, we're going to take our right leg. I want you just to bring that knee down to the ground. Take your left leg, stretch it out behind you. You might have felt that hip flexor. You might have been using your hip flexor with that boat canoe. So let's open the hip flexor a little. Let it stretch open, move around in it. Explore. If you like pigeon pose, if your knees are okay with pigeon pose, you can come fully into pigeon. If you need more, you can reach around with your left hand and hold on to the left foot and open that up. This is your class. It gets to be at your level. Paying attention to what you need. Sometimes the hardest part is backing out a little bit, but sometimes that's what we need to do for our body. And then let's release from that. Bring our legs together. We're just going to switch to the other side. So we'll draw into the left leg now. Stretch the right leg out behind us. And moving around. Again, this hip flexor might have gotten tight during all those boat poses. So we're just opening that up, what's available to us. And if pigeon is part of your practice, taking full pigeon. If you like to start moving toward mermaid, pulling and opening into the back leg. Wherever you are, find your breath. Connect to that deep yoga breath here. These are deep stretches. We want to use our yoga breath. I often get asked, how do I know if I'm too deep in a pose? And basically the answer is if you can't breathe, if your breath is coming fast and quick and you're headed into fight or flight, you're too deep. You need to be able to breathe deeply in the poses. So from there, everyone, let's open up into a wide angle. And again, this might be a good place. I want you to try to be right on top of your seat. So if you're not there, a pillow or a cushion underneath of your hips will help support you. Or if you don't have that, just bring your legs in a little closer and bend your knees. You don't have to have them straight out. The focus is stretching the inner hips. As long as you're feeling that stretch, you're good. Let's take the spine stretch forward from Pilates. So our toes and our knees are pointed up toward the ceiling. We're going to flex through the ankles. I want you to take an inhale and imagine your spine just got an inch taller, lifting up and lengthening up. We'll nod the chin into the chest. We're going to squeeze the abdominals backwards, Uddiyana Bandha, or our Pilates zip up as we draw the belly in. We're letting the head drop forward, any amount between our legs that it will. Curving the spine, so keep pulling the belly inwards. Think about, imagine you've got a beach ball underneath of you, and it's got poison ivy on it. So as you're rounding into it, don't touch it. Stay back, pull the abdominals in. Breathe into your back muscles, let's open them up. And then let's stack the spine and feel all that length and space you just created. Good, exactly. It might feel good here to move around in your neck a little bit. Are you checking in with yourself? Do you know where you need your stretches? Let's take that a few more times. So we'll inhale. Can you grow taller? Can your spine get longer? As you exhale, we're tightening around, drawing those core muscles in, dropping chin into chest, rounding into the spine. Let your shoulders drop away. Let the crown of your head release. Arms can come in front of you, or they can come to your feet or to your legs, but let go of the shoulders. And then the next time you inhale, let's stack that back up a little taller. Maybe you can walk into your legs. Maybe you just created a little more space. We'll do it one more time. And we'll inhale, we'll lengthen. We'll exhale and engage, Pilates breath, tightening in, cinching your waist, drawing forward. Toes and knees pointing up toward the ceiling. Watch that your legs don't wrap and roll inward. Keep them pointing straight up. And then let's stack it back up whenever you're ready. Take a breath. And then gently pull your legs together. Little shake out. Maybe move around in your ankles, move around in your toes. Relaxing, enjoying. And if you have water nearby, and I do recommend as we're doing these classes this month that you make sure you do have water. If you don't have some, feel free to go grab some. We want to stay hydrated throughout our practice. And then once you're ready, we'll come to the middle of our mat, and we're going to come to standing on our knees. So as we stand on our knees, maybe your toes are tucked behind you if your feet allow for that, or just going flat foot. Hands into your back. We'll take a camel pose. So we're going to engage the leg muscles. I want you to think of drawing your energy upwards and inwards. Tighten your glutes. Push your hips to me. Roll your shoulders back and send your heart to the sky. So it's not about collapsing backwards. It's about a lift. Think of a pole vaulter. We're going up and over. Stretching over, lifting the chin up into the ceiling. Reaching up. And then stacking the spine back up. Let's take our left leg and bring it out to the side. We're going to go into mermaid. So arms coming out nice and wide. Let's take it up and over and stretch the left side of our body. Now try to make the left side of your body pull you back, not using a push off from the floor, but instead, after your big stretch, make that same waist cinch in and pull you back up. So we're moving from side to side, stretching up and over, and then engaging the waist. So these are our oblique muscles. These wrap around the lateral sides of our spine. We want to build strength there and cinch in there, supporting our spine. Inhale as you go over. Let's use our Pilates breath. Exhale. Zip up that center. Inhale as you go over. Exhale. One more on each side. And then hold this side and really just stretch in, noticing the whole right side of your body. Let it get long, let it open up. Enjoy the stretches you're creating, the spaces you're creating. Come up, raise both arms into the ceiling. Keep your left leg right where it is, nice and long out beside you. We're going to drop back as if we were going to child's pose, but one of our legs is out to the side. You might feel this in your inner hip. You might feel this in the outside of the left glute. Lots of places to feel this depending on where your body needs it. Breathe and open. And then we'll come back up from there. We're going to move into a side plank. So bringing the right hand down, right underneath our shoulders. We're going to take the left arm up and reach it to the sky. Now your bottom knee, you might keep it down if you're taking care of your shoulder here or your arm, or if you feel like you can go right into your full side plank, go there and hold that. We're going to do a little bit of a twist here. So we'll take the top arm, we're going to thread it through the bottom arm. A little bit of a twist. I want you to tighten in your low abdominal muscles as you do this. Tighten them in, twist the spine, and then inhale, open it back up. So if you're doing it from your knee, you're rounding in, scooping the belly. Imagine you're trying to go to cat pose here. Round up and into the spine. And then inhale, open and lift the heart. And exhale, let's round in. And inhale, stretch and open. A few more, exhale, round in. Inhale, stretch and open. And one more time, exhale, round in. Inhale, stretch and open. Let's see if we can take a balance. If you're on that bottom knee, your top leg is simply going to lift up right here. If you're in your full side plank, you're going to take that top leg and lift it up. And find balance. Push down through your bottom leg. Let your bottom leg be really strong here. And then coming down, let's turn down into the mat. And find plank. Lifting our core, use your abdominals, use your Pilates zip up, draw the center of your body nice and strong, and let's slowly lower down to the mat from the knees or the toes. We're coming right into Sphinx pose, lifting the chest up. Our forearms are parallel to the ground. Spread your fingers, starfish hands. Open up your hands. Let's not forget all the little joints. Let's open and stretch those as well. Lifting the heart through. Nice deep breath. All right, we're coming down. We're softening our shoulders. Let go of your head. Let go of your body. Let the ground hold you. We're about to work the back, so give your body a break for a moment. Let your breath get deep. Let your yoga breath open your back. Feel it move all the way down your spine. Feel your ribs open like an accordion, stretching out to the sides. Now I want you to take your right forearm. We're going to bring the right forearm across and place it parallel to the top of our mat for support. The right forearm is going to be our support. We're going to reach around and find the left ankle and hold here. Now, if that's not available to you, just reach the arm back as much as you can. From here, we're going to be working the back muscles. We're going to kick this left leg back. And as we do, we're going to lift up a little bit more. And then lower down and bring that heel toward you. And then lifting up. This is our back muscles. Find your back muscles. Draw into their strength. and lower down. Using our Pilates breath, let's inhale, lift. Let the shoulder open, let the back open and work. And lower down. We'll do a few more. If you'd like more, take your other arm, reach it out, and let everything lift instead of having that support. And draw back in. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Hold for me. Think about your left shoulder. Let it roll open. Get a nice stretch there. If you're not holding on, just reaching that arm back. And then once we melt in, we're going to release all the way down. Bring the leg with you as much as your leg and your knee allow. And breathe. We're opening up the front of the left leg. This is your quadricep muscles. Let's open and stretch. Slowly let go of that leg. Let it fall down toward the earth. Relax into your body and take a moment here to notice. Notice the difference between how your legs feel now as they release into the ground. Let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're backing up and maybe coming through cat pose. It might feel really good to draw your tailbone down here and stretch the low back. It might feel good just to kind of wave your hips side to side. Just releasing your hips. Breathe. You can use your yoga breath here, slowing down, breathing nice and deep. And then invite yourself back into child's pose and take a little rest. Where are you still holding on? Where do you get to let go of your day, your week? Where do you get to offer your body grace as you practice? From there, we're going to come forward again, all the way down into the abdominals, and take the other side. So we'll take our left arm now. You're going to be turning away from me a little bit, and bring it across your mat so it offers you support. Reaching around for your right leg, if you can, holding onto the ankle. And we'll begin with our lift. So we're inhaling through our nose as we lift and work the back muscles. We're exhaling as we melt in and bring the leg to us. And then inhaling, lift through the heart. Lift up. And exhaling, softening. As we use our Pilates breath here to work our back, every time you breathe, I still want you to think about that Pilates zip up. Even though our abdominals are facing down into the mat, we want to keep them strong, supporting our back. We're going to do 3 more. If you'd like to add the more advanced and you haven't started that yet, feel free to lengthen everything up and lower down. Lifting, inhaling, exhaling down. Let's take one more. Inhaling, lift, hold here. Roll the right shoulder back. Open that right shoulder. Feel the back muscles working for you. And then lower down. Bring the heel to you. Enjoy the opening in the front of your leg. And then slowly lowering through that foot. Release your arms by your side. Allow your shoulders to drape. Turn your head to one side that feels comfortable. Slow your breath down. Lengthen. Use your yoga breath. Breathe deep. All right, we're going to bring hands underneath the shoulders and back up, finding cat pose. Again, moving into that stretch for the lumbar spine, the low back. Let's open that up. We're going to bring our cat pose a little stronger. So nice wide spread hands, stretch them out. Tuck your toes. Keep cat pose, stay rounded. Scoop the abdominals and hover your knees just off the ground. So you should really feel a press through your arms here. Let the shoulder blades slide off the sides of the back. Scoop the abdominals in. And then from there, find down dog. You might have to widen it out a little bit depending on your practice and your down dog. And then let's pedal our down dogs. So down dog is a good reminder to us that we can turn our world upside down and we're still okay. When things seem like they're turning upside down on you, know that you're okay. Know that you will get through it. Think about the fact that everyone that is here, that is alive, has lived through the worst thing that's ever happened to them. We're still alive, we're still good. And then from there, drop down into your knees. Take child's pose, bring your arms down by either side. This is fallen leaf, just a different version of child's pose. Let your shoulders go soft. Deep breath, maybe a big, nice sigh. If you're okay with being upside down, bring your hands next to your head. We're going into cranial massage. So in cranial massage, we simply roll around on the top of the head. Kind of like you're getting ready to go to child's pose, or excuse me, to headstand. But we're just bringing some pressure, rolling around. No real right or wrong way to do this, just what feels good to you. This is a good practice to do if you get a headache. Offering some pressure on the top of your head and getting the blood flow to your brain can sometimes help. And then everyone slowly come back up. Be careful coming back up. You might be a little lightheaded. We were upside down for a while. All right. So, let's get a little bit of water. And we're back to mermaid. So we're going on the other side. We'll take the right leg and stretch it out to the side. Arms out nice and wide. And here we go. Let's take the other side. Let's reach it up and over. Find your side waist, side body. Make your waist pull you up. Reach into your side body. And stretching up. Lengthening out. And stretching out. Nice inhale here, big exhale. Here we go. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lift. Let's stay here on this side. Let's find the length through the right side. How long can you get? How much can you open your body? And coming back. Stretch both arms up, lift to the sky, reach way up. We're sinking back into what would be child's pose, except our right leg is out to the side. Remembering that all of our bodies are different, so you might feel this in a totally different area than where I feel it. So just notice where it is for you. And slowly coming back up. And we're going to move into that side plank. So we might be staying on our knee here, or we might be going into full side plank. Reaching up. Think about your bottom waist. Cinch it up and in. We'll take this top arm. We're going to thread it through and look behind us. Scoop the abdominals up and in. And then open your heart to the sky. Reach up. And then rounding in. And inhale, open and lift. And exhale, rounding in. And inhale, open and lift. Let's go for one more time. Rounding in. And inhale, stretching up, hold here. So moving into that balance. Maybe that top leg floats up and stays right here. Maybe you're in your full side plank and you're floating the leg up from there. Finding your power, your center. And from there, we'll turn down into the mat. We're back into our full plank. If your wrists are bothering you, come down into your forearms and keep your plank there. If your core is about done, lower down to your knees and support yourself a bit more. Holding right here. If you have more, let's take the right leg up, just hovering it, squeezing that right glute and lifting in our center, and then we'll reach it back to three-legged dog. And stretch back. We're going to bend the right knee and open into variation on Wild Thing, opening the right hip out to the side. Now, if you're needing to do this from your knee, you're right here, and just opening your hip that way. You can also be on your forearms. But we're just focused on the front of that right hip, stretching and opening. And then we'll square down to the mat and come forward to Sphinx, lifting the heart. Let's circle the wrists, stretch your fingers, release the hands, release the wrists after that. If you have carpal tunnel, all of this stuff is really good at building strength in your wrist and your hands. So we'll find our way to plank again. Your variation, what works for you. If you can, lift the left leg, squeeze the left glute, and hold there, hovering through that, lengthening. Watch that you're not looking up or crunching down and in, but just keeping your neck nice and long. We're going to reach back into three-legged dog. From the knees or from the toes, bending in to the left knee and open up from your hip. Enjoy that stretch. You might feel this in your low back. If you do, maybe try tightening your glutes and see if that brings support. Or maybe zip up your belly a little bit more and tighten in there. And then let's lower that foot down to the mat. Pushing back, reaching back. Just enjoy a few moments in down dog. Always feel free to come to child's pose or down puppy. And then we'll lower into our knees. Let's find fallen leaf again. Releasing back. Breathing deep. And then we'll slowly come back up. So let's check in with the hips a little. One of everyone's favorite is lizard pose. So take your leg that's furthest away from me and let's bring that leg forward. So this would be your left leg. Pulling it forward, you're going to bring it toward the outside of your mat, toward the outer edge of your mat. We're going to lean into the inside of that leg, both hands to the inside. Maybe you're going to stay in your hands. Maybe you can make it to one or both forearms. Wherever you are, I want you to make sure that knee stays pointed straight up to the ceiling, not allowing the knee to fall out to the side, but drawing it straight up and allowing your hips to sink down. Breathe deep. We're using our yoga breath here. We're opening the lungs up. And again, remember what we talked about earlier. If you can't breathe deep, you're too far in the pose, back out a little bit. Now go ahead, if you can, and allow that knee to roll open. You're kind of rolling to the outer edge of your foot there. Notice how that shifts the stretch. And then whether you're on your forearms or your hands, you're going to take your left arm and reach it away from me up into the ceiling. So your back is to me. As you do this, rotating open, stretching in, staying right there, or once again, option is to reach around for your back foot and pull it to you. And then we'll unwind from that, bringing the knee back up toward the ceiling, keeping that foot at the edge of your mat. We're going to bring the other foot forward and bring it to the edge of the mat, the other side as well. And allow yourself to drape down. This is ragdoll. So soften your knees, relax your head, relax your shoulders. Check in. Where is there still tightness? Where are you still holding on? Where can you let go and release? Deep breath. Bring your hands to your shins. Push your spine out and just stretch nice and long. Knees might be nice and bent. We're sending the sit bones way back. We're reaching the crown of the head forward. We're just getting as long as we can through our spine and body. And then let's hinge up. Reaching into the sky. Touch your fingers at the top. Maybe close your eyes. Slow your breath. Bring yourself present into your stillness. Bring the arms down by your side. Soften your shoulders, soften your knees. We're going to go into a Kundalini move called coat arms. So I want you to imagine your arms are really floppy and you're just going to twist as if you had your coat wrapped around you and you were twisting, but you didn't have your arms in the sleeves. What would those sleeves look like? How they would just flap around. So let yourself flap. It's okay if you give yourself a little tap as you go around. Breathe with this. Let any tension left fling right off your arms. And then begin to slow that down. You might feel a little tingly. You might feel energy traveling up through your body. That's very normal. With this, Kundalini brings the energy up through your spine. Begin to slow it down. And then keeping your feet wide, let's once again release our arms up into the ceiling. Touch your fingers again at the top and just notice now the energy that flows through your body. And let's hinge forward. Coming back to our forward fold. Release your head again. Relax your neck. You're going to take your left leg back now into lizard. So your left foot will go back. Your right foot is still going to be at the edge of your mat. This should be your other side. So just make sure that if you did it the other way, we're moving to the other side now. We're going to drop down into your back knee. And with that foot out to the side, we can either stay, once again, on our hands, or we can find our way down to our forearms. This is also a really good place. If you have a cushion or a bolster or anything, you can put that underneath your forearms and bring yourself down that way. Our knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. We are dropping our hips down and in. We're slowing down here. We're almost to the end of our practice, so give yourself this time just to really enjoy your body and all that it's capable of. Let's begin to roll out now to the edge of the foot, letting the knee open. Feeling how that changes up our stretch. You can stay on your forearm. You can come back up to your hand. We're going to take the right arm and stretch it up. So now you're twisting toward me and opening up into the ceiling, reaching way up. Again, you might stay here. If your hips are really open, you might reach around and find your foot or your ankle. We're not going to pain, but it's okay to find discomfort. Notice your breath. Breathe deep. Let's release out of that pose. Releasing back. Bring the front foot back. We'll flip over so we're sitting down. One last roll down, so let's make it our best. So plant your feet, reach your arms forward. Remember, if you need a little more, you can cradle your head. That's a little tougher. Begin to slowly let each vertebrae touch down, like a strand of pearls, each one touching down separately. Once you get down, stretch your legs out long, stretch your arms overhead. Enjoy the feeling of length in your body, feeling all those spaces that you created. And then once you're ready, we'll move into Shavasana, final relaxation. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Let your body be where it feels comfortable. If your back is talking to you, bring your feet to the ground and just dangle your knees toward each other. Allow your shoulders to roll back. Allow your breath to deepen. Be aware of the energy that you've created in your practice. Breathe that energy in. Be aware of the energy that you've released with your practice. Breathe that energy out. If you're comfy where you are, if you're in a good place, stay there for a bit longer if that is your opportunity. Again, thank you for practicing with us here at Living Balance Studios. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.